Well. We're starting back 1.5 hours before the market opened, the place that we're meant to be at, right, guys? Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Good evening, good afternoon, depends where you are in the world. I'm having a fantastic day. I hope you are too. First, the intro, then the stonk discussion, the crypto discussion, the squeeze discussion. Will Elon go crazy? Who knows? Crypto market recovering a little bit throughout the session. Speak soon, guys. Still creeps me out, that one. Take off. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty then, guys. We are here. We are ready for the stock market open. But firstly, oh my God, I can't breathe. 1 second. Whew, I got so excited myself that I almost went take off there. Guys, welcome to the stream. How is everyone going? We've been on the tweeters recently. And, I shared this chart that came in the Discord community. Pretty cool chart. I love colorful patterns. So what better place to start here? Because we're going to go through a story of human psychology. And this is basically what happens in the whale market in cryptos. It's what happens in the stock market with nasty Wall Street. How do they take advantage of us, the retail traders? Well, quite simply, they wait until we take leverage and then they bash us over the head with the club. Okay, that's what they do. They love doing that, yeah? You've been bashed over the head with the club by Wall Street? I certainly have. Just remember, or twisters, if you're trading a bit of wheat, it does happen. So let's just talk about quickly what we saw throughout the last year and why this digital representation is actually more than just human emotions. By the way, follow us on the tweeters, Twitter, and you'll get the link. So here we go. Let's quickly talk about what happened last year. We had the crash. Obviously, this created a huge amount of excitement. What became very popular in US search activity? Of course, we saw day trading. We saw call option. Look how they go to these pinnacles up here. And we see the word long come through. We see the word everything positive around the market. Now, we've talked about this with our call option image. And basically what happens at the peak, they've sufficiently got enough people to take leverage into the correct number of shares. Now, you may say, but Tom, as of this period, the stock market continued to go up. It did. But all of the retail community were concentrated into big tech stocks. That's why they stopped. That's why they went sideways. This is all a big psychological game, and it's all about leverage, and it's all about them pinpointing leverage into certain areas. Once they get over-leveraged and effectively become a bubble, they allow it either to cool off or all expire worthless. It's the same kind of thing that we saw in crypto the other day. Of course, what was happening along the Doge lines? What was happening along the Shibu? We basically had people getting overly euphoric at the same time they were also taking leverage. I have that, well, you can see it here. Bang, bang, bang. They would have been taking leverage in the old Binances and stuff. And of course, that's what led to the crash. What did we see? January this year, over-exuberance in hyperstonks. Hyperstonks had call options. Again, this graph came through with the goods. Big pickup in day trading. Big pickup in call options. Every time we see this type of search come through, and you can do it easily by literally just going to Google, going to trends and picking up day trading and call options, When they start rising heavily, you need to start watching moving averages. One of the best ones, 20 moving average, 50 exponential moving average. You check the time frame that this thing's going up by, it'll hyperextend, and every single time you will see that blow-off event occur. So is this going to happen multiple times through this next decade? You better betcha it's going to happen, and we'll be covering it here on the channel, and of course, you guys will hopefully be following along. All right, enough me ranting. Let's say hello to everybody through. Let's hope I wasn't muted then. Hello, Tom and Tom's Twitters. That's right, Tahil, thank you very much. Futures looking tight, says VO Noob. Good. Hey, Tom, why are you in the corner where the red YouTube thing is? That's a valid question, actually. I didn't think about that. So the red YouTube thing's always been on my face. I really should turn that off. But anyway, fair enough. Got in 5 minutes, close over the trend. Here we go. Yeah, cool. All right. Anyway, let's get started with the stock market. Let's get started with the crypto market. What is going on? Looks like, drum roll, we've basically got a bullish market coming back through here again. Now, I wouldn't like to say I told you so yesterday, but I think the community definitely had this one correct, and that was the US 500. Where did we go yesterday? We haven't changed the line. We haven't changed anything. Where did we go? We came down. We tested the zone. We know it's a very important zone. We came down, tested the zone again, and then we came down, and again, we've tested the zone, each time buying off. Now, it was actually weakening, okay? So it was actually weakening. So lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. A problem sign. And we've just seen a little bit of enthusiasm come through. And I have a feeling it's probably got to do with lots of spend that's coming through the US. We'll take a look at that shortly. But take a look at this chart. Okay, so usually you would come into the fake market futures and you would look at this chart and you would think, I see what's going on here. And most smooth brand apes, they'll look at this and they'll say, okay, descending triangle. Wrong. It isn't just a descending triangle. It's an opportunity. Well, first they'll say descending triangle. Then they'll say, I'm going to short it under here and take a sell. The problem with that is you're only thinking in the first dimension. We need to think like 20 dimensions past that point. And if we think 20 dimensions past that point, what if our series of lower highs were snapped and we got a break close above this point? Well, of course, what's that telling us? That all of these lower highs, these lower peaks coming through, have been broken up against. That means that there is momentum going in the buy area. Never fall into the trap of thinking a descending triangle or an ascending triangle means you only go in that direction. If it goes the other way, it is just as good, if not even better, because what's happening? There's all these people that have been selling through these highs. And if you get a closure above this point, what happens? You take out all their stop losses. And when you take out all their stop losses, you're effectively getting multiple stop losses that you're ripping out as you're going usually in the trend in this case. And through here, you're only really going through the stop losses for the buyers when you go through this point. So you're going through plenty of stop losses. And what do they have a tendency of doing? Oh, I'm going to move it back. Oh, I'm going to move it back. And they keep moving it back, and then it gets carried away and gets away from them. So I think this is a very strong kind of signal if we see it complete. Now, of course, at this stage, it's reversing. We'll have to find out. We're only 10 minutes into this market. Let me just quickly get rid of this program so it doesn't load up over the top of us, and I'll get rid of the teams as well. We don't want that stuff to ruin our day. So US 500, that's the way I'm looking at it. We'll check it out in a few moments. Let's see what else is happening up here. Guys, check out Kraft Heinz. Warren Buffett's crazed stock. Has that been doing very good? We'll have to come back and check that out maybe a little bit later. Okay, US 100. Let's have a quick look here. Again, found some heavy support. Consolidating at the most important zone. We know exactly where we should be, which is exactly here. Resistance being met here. Support, 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 resistance, resistance again. I would love to see this coil break up. Imagine if this coil breaks up. Where are we going? 14,000 plus. Why? Because we've done the correct movement. Like we've seen a lot of the time with gold as well. We've seen it coil and then have an explosive breakout. We'll talk about gold later on throughout this stream, but very nice stuff. Hopefully everyone is having a good start to their Thursday or close to their Thursday, depending where they are in the world. But I'm pretty happy with the charts. Could we go bearish today? Absolutely. We just need to close under here and day traders will start shorting the markets. If we move up to this point and close above, of course, that is further bullish momentum into the Memorial Day long weekend. This will move all the markets around the world and we'll have to see how they continue going through the next couple of hours. Okay, let's move over to the crypto markets. We've also got Ben Affleck coming in with a super chat. It says, I have doubled my portfolio since joining FX. Cheers. Good work, Ben. Proud of you, man. And that's the whole point. The biggest thing, though, Ben, is you've done it yourself. And you've done it, no doubt, through making better, more informed decisions. That's what the channel is all about. That's what we're all about in the private Discord community, the public Discord community, and the community in general. You guys make it. I don't think I'd bother doing it if it wasn't due to your support of the channel and just in general. My aim's to get to 100,000 subs. I just want to get to 100,000 so bad, guys, so bad. I want that plaque. I'm going to nail it over there. I'm going to chuck it on my wall. And hopefully I do some remodeling on the weekend. I might chuck some little fancy things that you guys can start spotting. Let's say we get a good trade here on the channel. Maybe we're going to create a wall. So get a little bit of history for everyone. I like that idea. There's another guy that does it, and I've always been a big fan of his. I think it's really funny. Some of you may know. He's in cards. Let's see if anyone knows out there. Thank you again, Ben Affleck. Appreciate it. Let's have a look at this Bitcoin. Looked a little bit crappy this morning. I woke up, had red eyes. I was looking at it. I was like, what's going on over there? I didn't like it. I wasn't a big fan. Then I went down to the 2 hour, and I was like, we're going lower. Then we saw a candle, a shimmer of light. There it was, long leg doji. Long leg doji closed above. I was like, oh, praise. We're going to come back. And it looked pretty damn solid. Let's have a look here at the 1 hour. That's really the actual time frame I was looking at. Double rejection candles, follow through candle. Good work. BTC finding a little bit of support there. That's the kind of trade, by the way, if you ever see that. So you got a 2 hour that's effectively a long leg doji. You've got a little bit of a trend line that goes through a few points there, and you get a double rejection point followed on by a nice closure above, pull back to the conservative entry, bam, take that baby long. And that is what I'm sure many giant nasty whales have done. They've pushed it to a new high here. Of course, we're going to go now and contend with the 40,800. I think the one clear thing about BTC here is if we can close a new high, you know where we're going. 42.5. all day long. Let's go back to the 42 to 42.5, and that's where we're really going to solidify if we're going to put a bottom in now, or if we're going to go through more further crap with the BTC market, where it basically steals everyone's money that's hoping for a quick V-shaped style correction. Will they get it? Time's going to tell. Again, BTC, there's just not that much here yet. We've got 4 hour, we've got daily. You can see the daily. There are some rejection wicks down here. Again, things are looking okay, but we need to get above this 200 simple moving average. This is actually a fairly common big problem usually in stock market stocks. So if you're looking at like a stock or commodity, this is often a key zone that you'll be looking at in the market. So break above or below is usually very significant. So this is the 200 SMA, by the way, if you're not sure what it is. $5 coming in here from Cold Steel. Can you check out Riot? Certainly will, Cold. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Switch. Logan Paul. What about Logan Paul XLM? What about that? You were going to be like Leo, no matter how many subscribers, no YouTube Oscar for you, says K. Kennedy. Hey, I'll take Leo's money. Leonardo DiCaprio is talking about, he was making some good coin, very young, that guy. BTC, again, that's our thoughts. Let's go over to Ethereum. Ethereum, nothing much changes. A little bit stronger than the BTCs overall. We've seen very nice technical trading actually on Ethereum, much better than the BTCs. And it makes me think horizontals are holding up a lot nicer here. So firstly, we had this 2400 level, kind of like a resistance through there, went up to this 27-ish zone, came back down, hit 24, bought up, closed above, came back down, hit 27, bought. Now we're in the middle of nowhere land. Once we close through that, hopefully we go back up, test, of course, 3,000. I expect to be at a very similar point where BTC is testing 42,000, which is a little bit behind at this point. That's why when you look at this chart on the right-hand side, I believe BTC is beating Ethereum right now. It has some catch-up to do, and they should hit around the same period. So basically, Ethereum should hit around 3K if BTC is hitting 42, 42 and a half. One or both will break through at the same time if they're going to, and then we'll see, of course, continuation on, and hopefully we can get some Ethereum action into maybe that 3.8, where's this? 3.6 zone. And that'll be again timing up with BTC. They're all timed, these markets. Some of the alts obviously are doing their own thing, but ultimately, if you need the alts to go up, of course, BTC and Ethereum have to bring it through. If they can't and they start weakening off, they will crash the market. Every other coin, though, is doing quite well. Speaking of coins, let's have a look at Riot. So, of course, Riot blockchain. Let's have a quick look here. If you were giving me this and you were saying, what do you think of this stock, Tom? I'd be getting damn excited, but I know what it is. But if you gave me this technical and you didn't tell me what this thing was, I'd be like, damn, guys, that looks good. Series of higher lows coming into an equal resistance peak. That's really nice. 20 moving average on the 4-hour broken through. Again, pretty good quality. And we've got a clear breakout. So we go to something like a daily. Clear breakout has occurred. This is the exact type of thing that you want to see. You can also come down here. Bigger volume coming through recently. So that whole fall, there was some volume there. You can see the fall did have some volume, but not that much. Whereas it looks like there was some accumulation going on. Again, a very strong sign from a volume standpoint, which is important in stocks, especially when you're trying to catch a falling knife. The rebuild, it's all about the volume, baby. That's the one we need. If we get big volume, then we get big profits. If we don't get big volume down here, it kind of shows us that maybe the hedge funds, maybe there's not as much manipulation in the markets. Ideally, we want heaps of transactions to go on in the consolidation, because what that is it's some nasty super fund, some nasty hedge fund manager buying from scared people, taking all of it, and then getting ready while they're winding up that coiler to effectively blow it out of the ballpark and take it long. So cold steel, it does look fairly strong. Obviously, you're looking probably at least for a movement back up to 36. Ultimately, Bitcoin is going to lead the way for you. You can see pre-market here, you're going 2840, 2.75. I think a huge reason for this is now well under maybe where it should be in comparison to the Bitcoin price. Super interesting stuff. Keep looking at it, my man. Keep looking at it. I have no idea what Vio Noob's talking about. Space to the moon, squeeze, baby, says Saint for life. Is that thing still going? That space thing is stupid. Let's have a look at the big ones for today. Of course, AMC 1956. I made a video today. If I was the smooth-brained ape, I gotta be very clear. I would be like, goodbye, I'm gone. Sorry, I got the paper hands. Yeah, that's a huge move. And I think we were really correct in the analysis of this. We basically thought about the 16. It did stop there for a little bit. And then we didn't really think too much about the 18. We went 16 straight into 20. It's clear that the market thought a very similar thing and they pushed it through. Then we get up to the $19.56, $20 range. We got very close. It stops just before. And of course, today we're going to be opening at $18.57. It's going to get very volatile very quickly here for AMC and GME. In fact, I expect incredible volatility over the next coming days and a big war zone to go on with this 20. Now, they push it through 20, then you can really get your moon emojis out. You can put your rockets through. You can go as mad as you want to go because that's a huge deal. Daily close above 20 if AMC is massive. I have no idea where it's next going. Could be 25, could be 30 at that point. But the $20 barrier is going to be a big, big ask for it. We go over to GME, and you're thinking about squeezes. 237 here, down 2.29%. 240 was hit yesterday. We kind of thought 240-ish was the zone. I remember talking about it in the morning. We had that line set up. And of course, we've still got our 280 goal. And I think this is much more achievable by GME crowd. Definitely much more achievable here. Thanks for all the subscriptions, by the way. Guys, the Forgotten Era says, Piton is a sleeper, everyone. underestimates that company. People have like obsessions with Piton. They love that thing. By the way, if you can give us a like now as well, that will help us out in the algorithm. I think we're already at 169 likes. Thank you so much for the community. It's really helping out getting this thing started. So yeah, 280 for GME. That's my kind of target now that we've got to this zone. I feel like this has more guts in it than AMC. If I was in AMC and let's say I wanted to be still in squeezes, if I was to pick one right now, I would go with, well, I would probably go with the GME style up to the 280, just because when you think about what AMC's done, it's basically just completed a full movement towards the absolute peak, whereas GME's not even close yet. And there's a lot of these squeezes going on right now across the board. I got this quick little link here. It's called the Stonko Tracker from AMC. And you'll notice here it has like all the calls expiring. It's kind of cool. It's cool how the community makes this. Shows you how many borrowed shares there are, when they're expiring, all of that type of stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll share it with you now. Actually, wait a second. I put it in the Discord community. So just go !Discord, join up, and you can get the Stonko Tracker. If you're an AMC GME fan, you click through here. You'll be able to see all of the shares available, when they're expiring. It's kind of cool. It's a nice little bit of information. It just shows how genius the community is getting and how much more information we're seeing shared through. Even things like this. This is a sick one. This Captain Solutions Fear and Greed Index. It basically goes through, scrolls the internet, uses kind of like a proprietary indicator, and it shows us when Twitter and everything else is very fearful. And of course, we can use that with our knowledge of the fact that Wall Street sees this as well in their trades and in their stop losses and everything like that. And check this out. It's all over the top of each other. So we have the actual Fear and Greed Index. We've got 100 moving average on how greedy things are and how fearful things are. And I tell you what, when you get into super greedy markets, you need to start paying attention. Where are we right now? We actually just hit a fearful market. That's why I think we kind of turned around. We had all of those call options coming out. We had people losing faith in hyper stocks. And all of a sudden, we've seen rotation back into the hyper stocks. Fear and Greed Index, cool one. I'll share this in the Discord community a little bit later. Cool program. Nice share. Thank you very much. Another one that we've been looking at, App Ticker. I'll share this again today in the Discord community. This just shows you all this free, crazy amounts of financial valuation info. I mean, look at this financials. We'll have a financial stream one day. So awesome. It just pulls it all for you, has all the estimates in here. I mean, it doesn't get better than this for free. That's right. I said free. If I made this program, I'd be so proud. I would scream about it in the streets because it's just such a good one. It's free is phenomenal. A lot of people pay a lot more for this type of stuff. So it's good to have it there. Let's now go back into the chart. So GME kind of prediction is about 280. I don't know if it could do it today or whether it does it maybe on Friday or whenever it does it, but it doesn't make sense that it tries to stop here and turns around completely. It might have some serious volatility, but I think that's the eventual aim. Community, anyone that's interested in this stock, where do you guys think it's going? Tell me right now. Where do you guys think it's going? Ticker is awesome, says Tony Hall. Absolutely. Thank you to Klim. I believe he shared it with me in the community. And I do have referral. I don't get anything for it, but I do have a referral link that I'll share in the Discord one a little bit later. All right, let's continue our story of the day. So far, a little bit red. This morning we said we kind of feel like Thursday is going to be a little bit red. Friday should be green because we're going into a long weekend, a public holiday. Will that be the eventuation? We'll have to look at that. We'll have to look very closely actually at the SP500 because we saw that descending triangle. Let's see if the 1 hour can get above over the next 36 minutes. We'll come back to that one. Dollar index, the all important dollar index, 8 hour chart. I'm watching this super carefully. Look at this. Look at the interaction with our zone, our line that we've been drawing now for some time. Have a look at the interaction. The interaction is bearish at this stage. Again, that means risk on in the markets ideally, and we get the next movement. KK says, I hope GME crashes. Yeah, I mean, I can get your point there. If GME crashes, it's kind of like beneficial to bulls in the market, on the general market. If GME goes and does a $420 price tag again, the problem with that is I actually think it'll crash, or not crash, but it will definitely cause instability in the general stock market. And that instability is bad if you're kind of, looking for your little 2 or 3% gains per day in some hyper stocks or some tech or anything. GME going up too much will be a problem at some point. I expect it to be a problem fairly soon as well. If we ever crack past 280, I think that's where it'll really take an effect on the markets. So this is the point we're looking at. Do we have any signs that this is going lower? Okay, 2 hour, really hard to tell. 1 hour, it's not quite there yet. We've kind of got our peak, we've got our trough. We have our lower peak, but we don't have a lower trough. I would be signaling at this point. So underneath this point with the closure, what is this? 89.90. So basically underneath 89.90 would have me convinced that we're going back down on the US dollar. Now, if we snap a new high and we get above 90.20, I think the US dollar is actually going to start bulling fairly hard. So we're going to close above our downward trend line. And that is not good for the stock market, not good for gold trades, not good for silver. So it's critical. We're at a point that's very important. We've clearly specified that in the markets, and we're very well aware together as a community that this is the zone that we need to be looking at. Right here. I'm going to zoom laser eyes all over that one very soon. Gold, 1894, continues to test the great level that we had, that 1890, 1888 zone. Look at how it's interacting with it. Super interesting. Damn. Huge amounts of bullish rejections here on the 1 hour. Imagine you get a little bit of follow through. Let's say up here. What's this price? 1897.90. So 1898. Oh, I might have to look at this chart a little bit later. It's not bad. There is a clear teller, which is up here. That's when you really put your base in. But, it's rejecting the zone so nicely. I just want to see a little bit more follow through. That's probably the difference between a more, I guess you could say, experienced trader and the person that comes in and goes, I got the FOMO, and they click the button. It's not hard to get into a trade. It's really hard to manage a trade. Remember that. And to also know when you don't want to be in one. It's the trades you don't take that often are your best ones. And there are reasons behind that. US 10-year pumping today also. Yep, we're about to get to that one. So 10-year, 1.613. Not good for our Nasdaq play either. Do I really worry about this? No, I don't, because I've talked to you guys about how I think 195 is in essence where it's going to go. But if it doesn't turn around at around this area, that is going to be a problem for the Nasdaq, because here we are. We're right. Support, resistance, support. All of that bearishness came through here. So it's going to be right at the point when the market opens that it's finding resistance, and will it shoot through higher? That could be a problem for the next couple of weeks. Remember, once we get past 1.7 again, I think we're going past the 1.75. In fact, I think we're going 1.8, 1.85, 1.95. And then at that point, Michael Burry will be like, told you so, guys. Told you so. And he'll close all his positions right around that point where it hits 1.952. I don't disagree with him. We're going there at some point. The question is exactly when. And he's placing some longer bets on that. I totally agree with the guy on that aspect. So I know he's trading different bond periods, but I get what he's doing. He's trying to go with that inflation concept, which comes through. So here's the turn. This is the area that we want to be getting through. And I would love to see it back down to the 1.5, which would eventuate our bull cycle here for the Nasdaq coming in. Silver, quickly go over to that before we do these donations. Still struggling. Daily here continues to find no closure above 28. Unfortunately, we did get things like an 8-hour breakout. Guess that's a false one on the 8-hour. Still finding support through the line. Nothing wrong here. Follow gold. If you want to take the more crazy version, of course, that's going to be silver. But usually you'll follow the gold and then you'll go from there. Thank you to the 1,300 viewers as well that we've got joining us today. Very cool. Ulrich Nielsen. What's the TV show? God, it's gone past my mind. I remember I was watching it. It's like a European show. Something about nuclear plants or something. DKK, $20. Please take a look at ICPT. Cheers, mate. ICPT. Intercept Pharmaceuticals. Ah, all right. Down it is. Guys, you know what to do. Ulrich, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call out the knives. Get the knives in the chat right now, boys. We need we need knives right now. Because boy, oh boy, is this thing fallen off a cliff, unfortunately. It is not savable at this point, man. This is a very, very nasty kind of trend. Obviously, we want to check the size of the company. It's $553 million currently. It has been stronger, but I don't know if I'd feel... You'd be braver than me to try to pick this thing up right here. Could you be right? Sure. I mean, it went from $14 up to $16.50 very quickly. Big volume coming through. Is that some announcement? I don't know. Oh, first step, get through these highs, okay? That's your first step. 1 hour. There come the knives. The knives are... so many different knives. Get them in there. Get them in there. Lower peaks. Break through the first step of repair. It's the same analysis we did on Bitcoin. That's where the big brain analysis is. You must break the nasty downtrend. And the first step of repair is getting through this trend line, man. Get through the trend line. We can start moving up. I don't really like it. It's not... I'd rather buy a company that isn't in the doldrums and one that's got really great sentiment behind it. I think a good example of that is if you have really good sentiment behind something that crashes, it often comes back really strong. This is a cryptocurrency, but it's the same concept. Here's Matic. Matic got crushed and then came back with absolute beast strength. We look at Cardano. Cardano got crushed and it's come back comparatively much better than something like Bitcoin, which has all these concerns about the environment and valid concerns across the board and other things. So it hasn't come back with the same kind of like elasticity that's pushed it up. So remember that other one. Sorry, Ulrich. It's not the best, man. It's not the best there. Vulcan Gossman, $5. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for your donation, Vulcan, and your viewership. What are your thoughts in triple leveraged notes like SPXL and Labu? One track SP500, one track's biotech. Ooh. Labu. Triple. Yes, the way the Americans like to do it. You guys, you got sneaky ways of getting your leverage. Over here in Australia, we just take giant leverage. Well, we used to before ASIC came in, but we used to have just giant leverage loans. CFDs, man. CFDs. Over in America, you've got to have these fancy ETFs, which actually is probably a cheaper way of getting them. But the problem is they don't necessarily manage it as well as you would hope. Do I like this kind of concept? Look, I think if you were ever to take leverage in the stock market, I think you've always got to realize that something like a triple leverage is around the right level. It's obviously super risky. Please consult your financial advisor or something else before you ever go into these kind of things. Obviously, you need to know the risks are there. But when we think about a general pullback, usually non-pandemic, you get around 20 to 22% max, and most pullbacks are between 8 and 10. Okay? Somewhere around 8 to 10 is normal. Somewhere around 20 to 22 is obviously very bearish, and anything past 20 is actually considered a bear market, top to bottom. So Labu, they're okay, but what will happen is they'll degrade heavily. So the trick to these is understanding how they leverage up and down. Usually the way they'll do it, and I don't want to explain it fully here on the stream too much. I think it takes too much time. But simply put, they have a tolerance. If the market crashes, they quickly deleverage the position, and then they've got a new tolerance when they're picking it back up, and they take smaller bits with the lesser money, okay? So that's why you'll never usually see a fund recover at the same point than the index. So this is a 3x gear. And if we have a look at this is the Australian market. It's a great example. See here, the actual market itself is back up at this level. However, the geared index wasn't able to come back correctly because of the tolerances and the way that they gear in the algorithm. So this is a great example here of a leveraged 3x index fund that can't get back correctly because of the tolerancing. They don't hold the 3x the whole time. They usually have that tolerance. So you must be careful with that. The other one you have a question for is SPXL. SPXL, this is the S&P 500 bull. So this came back pretty strong. Obviously was done okay. It looks like they did a pretty good job as well at doing the tolerance leveraging. That's nice. Really good, actually. Maybe they didn't have to get down as much as you thought. But yeah, look, you just need to be aware that you're taking that heavy risk. There's nothing wrong with them. I would take them at very specific zones where you get super good concepts. So Vulcan, thank you very much. Ivan NG, Singapore, $15 or $14.98 to be more precise. Well, firstly, thank you very much, Ivan. Appreciate your big donation. Give him some claps here, guys. Hi, Tom. Can you please take a look at the following tickers? Oh, he's giving me homework. TIGR, Nasdaq, 23.59. I tell you what, the Asian market has some seriously boring tickers. 23.59. I mean, I'm not big on the number ones, but yeah. 23.59. And then you say HKEX. Oh, yep, on the Hong Kong. Health company, cool. Ooh, really cool. Just, I like the fact that it's acting technically. You've got beautiful kind of movement up, hits a peak, comes down, nice little buying, goes up, knows how it comes back to the previous peak, resistance support. I could see this actually pulling back a little bit, coming back down, testing this zone, and then being purchased back up again. Not bad, 23.59, looks okay. It's in repair, go to the weekly, looks fine. Monthly, again, looks okay. Nothing too bad on the 23.59. Let's go to Tiger, TIGR, fintech company. You want that on the Nasdaq, didn't you? Let's just make sure I got that. Yep. Nasdaq, daily. Yep, bottomed off. This actually would be, I would have taken it here. So it's about a day past. You can see that explosive part. Now, that explosion happens, obviously earnings, but the main reason it happens is because you're breaking through a really important zone and you're allowing it to get to the next zone. This is what they call a participation phase in action. You'll also have a second participation phase if you break through probably somewhere in between this 23 and 24.20 zone. Somewhere in there, you're going to have another participation phase that's going to push this to even higher points, and you can see how high it has been. Let's take the distance here, see what it proves to. Good distance. Okay, distance proves to somewhere around that 32, which makes sense. I don't mind this. I would probably be more of the book of we're going into resistance problems. I'd wait for a break. You could always take some on the break. Probably hits here, comes back, retests, and more conservative entry would be around that level from an education technical standpoint. So TIGR, okay. And then I guess we've got Boeing, and you want, oh, it's not Boeing. BA Set, okay. Bangkok Airways Public Company. I hate it. I hate it already. Why? Because it's an airplane company. And I hate airplane companies. You know why, guys. You know why. No, I'll be fair to it. I'll be fair to it. So the downtrend looks like it's over. You've got trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak coming through. Get a closure high though, not this nasty bearish candle. Once you get a nice close above the 50, it'll open up some serious buying. I don't know if I'd be worried about that level. What's this zone? 820, maybe 815 is your next target. So there is some buying happening here. I just want to get it closed above the 50, and then I think that can trigger some decent buys. It's not the best chart I've ever seen, but that's the way I'd look at it. See how important that area is? Look at that, weekly, no closure above. Wow, no closure above. That's how important that zone is. Look at all the time frames, top-down analysis, guys. Closure above, boom, let's go. I still dislike it though. Craig L, $4.99. UWMC, have a look, 330 mil buyback. UWMC. 0.58 up at the moment. Weekly looks a little bit better. Big rejection that happened there. Looks better. Ooh, nice consolidation. Good closure yesterday. It's not bad. That's good recovery, man. How do I feel about it? Yeah, that's the type of thing you want. That's the type of thing you want. Big recovery up. Great consolidation. Volume is coming in. You can see there was volume. Ticked up yesterday. Closed above. The wicks getting taken out will probably trigger that big buy that goes into 10. It's not bad. UWMC, if you're interested. Not my type of thing. But from a technical standpoint, it's doing all that you want. 4 hour closed above high. Yeah, it looks all right. Looks all right. Jindo Solar JKS broke out. You telling me that really? Jindo Solar, all these solar companies actually breaking out. Jinko, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it broke out, but there was our last one. We had problems here at the $37, $38 range. Did break out from the bottom base. I'm not sure about the Jinko. I'd stay away from it. I don't like it. But maybe it'll treat you well. So market across the board. Let's have a quick look at it. Thank you for all the donations coming in. Thank you as well to the 1,400 viewers out there right now. Smash that like button, guys, if you can. It does help us out. And yeah, we'll keep powerhousing on here. T. Alwood, Super Chat, $4.99. Good morning. Can you have a look at APPH AMC to the moon? Okay, T, we'll do APPH in just a few seconds. Let's go to the Weeble checker. Where's my Weeble gone? Bring up the Weeble. By the way, if you want to support the channel, you can also sign up for Weeble. Get free stonks or some kind of stock, I believe. We can't do it here in Australia, though. So for any Australian viewers, you will not get it. Okay? You will not get the free stonks. Let's have a look at the pre-market. This is not set up correctly today. I hate it when it resets like this. Okay, let's do it the way I like to do it. 24 billion to millions of nines. And then we'll go negative 1,000 EPS to as positive as we can go. There we are. That should give us about 492 results of the bigger companies. Let's get the pre-market going on here. Snowflake earnings disappointment there, 3.51%. 240 remains still the resistance we must be looking at. Okta also looks like earnings disappointment, 6.36% down. They both announced last night. Let's have a look at the pre-market here. Boeing up 2.78. Nice. Coinbase continues to find some strength here through the sessions. And it looks like a bit of boomer companies coming in. Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs, John Deere, Lockheed Martin, nasty IBM, Walt Disney. Not sure if Disney's run's over. I love Disney, and I loved it a lot at 100. I loved it a lot at 120, but I feel like that news where they kind of sold out all their stuff so quickly, it's got that lag effect on it where it instantly created the stock to be too high, and now it's kind of like just a rip-off. At 177, it's okay. At 200, it was obscene. Definitely a slower grower I could see for the next couple of years until some of these big TV series come out and you see that subscription. It's all going to be about Disney Plus there. Let's go over to the screener. Let's have a look at speculation. Someone mentioned Peloton before. Let's have a look how it's going. AMC down 5.32%, guys. GameStop 3.53%. Then we scroll on through. Sundial coming up here. Tilray coming up here. Why? I believe this squeeze event this time round, as long as GME can continue to hold, is going back into the marijuana stocks. It's going back into some of the blackberries. We saw BlackBerry go strong yesterday, and again today, 2.33%. I think that's what's happening. And of course, all these meme stocks, specifically Sundial and others, are quite low. So maybe they start to really powerhouse through. I mean, yesterday was 13% on Sundial. Now we've got 5%. You know where Sundial went last time, $4. I hate the stock with a passion, but what do you know? Peloton still is 109.59. That's actually not bad. Cool. That's a big recovery there, Peloton. APPH. Inflation trade, says Daniel Hollander. Yeah, inflation trades could be that. APPH, 4 hour, trying to recover. Let's go to the weekly. Oh, pretty hard read here. Daily. Oh. God. Do I even have a zone I like? It's a lot of noise. And you got resistance here. I think the problem with this is it's clear that right now is a problem. 1651. Then you've got your other issue on this, and this is why I kind of find it hard. Like, okay, you close above here, you go into this level, which is the $18 zone, and then you will probably sell off, find support on the 5200 daily again, and then if you get through there, of course, you're putting in basically a double bottom and you can take the range to 24-ish. That's the way I'd look at it. I don't know if I'm won over by all of the noise in here, though. It would be like this. That's how I would see it playing out. Good luck on that one. And good luck on your AMC position as well. Nick Kaylor, Super Chat, $4.99. Can you look at VYGVF again? Now earnings have affected the stock, reaching similar users as Coinbase, and 16x year-on-year return, broke downtrend and retest XO with a kiss face. All right, Nick. Thank you. Thanks, man. VYGVF. Let's take a look. Voyager Digital. So earnings came out. Pushed it through. Our trend line is broken above. Don't like how it held, but it is above. It is above. But I wish that was kind of like here. Like closure here. Hey, it did what we asked it to do. So I still think it looks good. Now, it's gotten through this zone. Let's have a look how the 4-hour interacted with it. Ugh. It's like a giant long leg doji of indecision. I mean, I would be very comfortable if it gets above here. What's this? 2180. It's sitting at 2050. You've got two moving averages sitting here behind. 4-hour. You've got the trend line sitting behind. Maybe smaller time frame like this, dude. Little lightning bolt. Perfect. That's what you'd be looking for. I think it's strong, but I want it above here. And if I'm going to take it here, I would love to see a smaller time frame lightning bolt. That's what I'd be doing, Nick. Good luck on the technicals for that one. Patrick Bateman. Super Chat, $9.99. Thank you so much, Patrick. Very generous of you. Hey, Tom, love the stream. Great, man. You are a TA god. Okay. Maybe I'm not a god, but, we're improving all the time. Always strive for improvement. Could you please take a look at Boeing? Does it look like it's ready for takeoff again? Well, funnily, you could say that because it looks like it's taking off right now. Let's have a look at the 4-hour and the daily. The good thing about boomer stocks is they have really cool technicals. And when they break them, I should have probably seen this. Yes. I think it's actually done the repair that it needs to do. Yeah. It's not bad at all, man. So it had that massive breakout. It came back down. Big trend line down. You guys can see it here clearly. Super amount of lower highs. Nice repair. Closed above. This is kind of like the same trade we just saw on whatever the hell that thing was. That uglier trade. The Voyager Digital. This one held. Then we get a nice buy. Then you get a gap up. Then you get strength. And this is the participation phase coming through with the boomer market. You've now snapped off these highs, it looks like, if we close here today. And that means that you've kind of created a new base level as well. 260 is the next target for Boeing. Then after that, 280. Then after that, whatever it was, 300 and something. Let me have a look here on the weekly. 320. 320 is the original. Yeah, it does look good, man. Thank you, Patrick. This is not a bad position. How much has it gone up already from the closure? About 3.1% plus another 2.71 in the pickup here. That was your signal, though, right there. Good luck, sir. And thank you again. Echo Aurora, Singapore $2. TA on Oxy, oil and gas. Thanks. Check it out. Oxy. Petroleum gas company. Good spot, Echo. You're looking for this little channel here to break out, on this little double bottom, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just need a closure above here, man. Then you can go back up into these highs, something around 27. Good base. Wait for more. Bang. Hopefully even higher. I'd be very focused in on that level there, Eka. Continue to check it out. Thank you to the 1,500 viewers coming out. Josh Dale says, go sundial. Josh, I'll say this. I saw you tagged me today on the Twitter. I did. I gave you some love. I gave you the love heart, man. You got the love heart, Josh. Appreciate it. Britsu, super chat at $5. Tom, what are your thoughts on Yelp? Never traded it in my life. Never used it. It's not big here. Yelp's like that food service thing, yeah? Where it's like you go and get reviews and... Is that what it is? Is that what Yelp is? Guys, community, tell me. Is that what Yelp is? Like food reviews? Restaurant reviews? Something like that? Great trend line here. Decent base. Break of the trend line. I guess you're looking at a long. Boom. Very similar stuff. It works though. That's why we use it, because it makes sense. If you've got a stock like this that has a very serious trend line down and you break above it, obviously something's changed. I don't know what's changed. I don't care what's changed. As a trader, as an investor, well, as an investor, you probably should care. But as a trader, you do not give a damn what the hell has changed there. Aditya says, yes, that's what it is. Ganzo said, yes, true. South Park episode of Yelp was amazing. Lol. Have I missed that one? I love South Park, man. I got to check that out. I told my wife I dream of Moas. Okay. That's from Leadhard. Great, man. Yelp is a bully company. You pay for good review or you lose business. Probably true. From a technical standpoint, though, lower peaks, close above 39.65, probably 40 for good measure, and then we can go on. We can begin that chopping away of the upwards momentum. Britsu, appreciate your donation. Rocktopus 306, super chat $5. Rocktopus, you called me out, man. Hydro Farm Holdings. I was meant to do this for you today. $5 Canadian. Hydro Farm, please, Tom. Looks like the low 58s might be a good entry. The German show with nuclear reactors is called Dark. That's the one. Also, I'm a blue rocket now. So you are, man. You've upgraded yourself by being a loyal member of the community, Rocktopus. There's a few people out there with literally Calypso rainbow rockets. 6 months. Not many, because we didn't start streaming till probably about 6 months ago. But there's some OG gangsters out there. David C, I know you're in there. David C's he's an OG gangster. Any other OG gangsters out there today with the Calypso rockets? Chat in the room right now. I want to see it. I want to see that one. Congrats, Rocktopus. HYFM, what do we think? Nice. See that false break? Nasty false break. Came back through with strength. We've done this for you before. 70 is the clear resistance. Trend line recouped. Let's have a look at the daily. God, that's nasty. That's actually a pretty good candle formation, though. You basically got your short off. You kind of like gap up, so you sell off. This ideally would be like a candle like this, ideally, or a like long leg doji, something like that. Then you've got that gap, and that gap signals to me that there's some bullish momentum. Then the rocket fuel came back through. I would wait for a closure above here. What is this? $60. So about 60. Closure above there, man. Then we can move back to the $70 range. Then we can go back to the $70 range. That would be awesome. What else did you have a question about this? 58s might be a good entry. I'm not sure if I'd be that keen on repicking it if it goes back down to the 58s. I prefer the closure above. I know that goes against every fiber of our being. But believe me, it's like people say, I use buy limits because I get cheaper price. Cool. I'll tell you this. Everyone starts. You tell me if you didn't start. Which was the first order you ever placed, guys? Was it a market order? Was it a limit order, buy limit? Or was it a buy stop or a sell stop? Or have you even ever used a sell stop or a buy stop? Tell me. I'm interested to know. Generally, it goes like this. Market, the FOMO hands. Then it goes to limit because people want the cheaper price. And then sometimes, big brain people sometimes use stops. E.g., buy stop, sell stop, etc. Why? Because you're waiting for worst price. And you think, why would I ever wait for worst price? That's ridiculous. You're an idiot. Because that's the difference. You're waiting for that participation phase. You're never going to get the cheapest price. You're never going to catch the falling knife, get stabbed through the hand, be down on your knees, having the worst day ever because you bought the worst price. And then it kept going down 50%. You had to average in. It's all about trying to get the slightly crapper price, but then waiting for the participation phase. So that's the way I kind of changed it. Let's see what people said. First, SW, first limit order. Beraz says market. Mitchell Miller says market. Limit orders mostly says elegant aware. Dr. Drew used the FOMO button. Imagine if a broker put that in. I could Binance and put that in. Just press FOMO and it just max leverages your account on a 100x leverage contract. The FOMO button. They make so much money with it. I don't think we've got any Calypso Sunrise people in here just yet. Dr. Drew says, I got to be close. 6 months, Dr. Drew. 6 months. Buy AMC, Tom, says Cody. Nah. Not at $20, man. I'm not buying no AMC at $20. I'll buy like 10 shares of Sundial. That's like $10 or something, isn't it? I'll buy some Sundial for you. Tom is saying, don't be the first guy off the boat on D-Day. That's very true. Yeah, I don't want to be the first guy off the boat. That's right. I'll be like the 10th. No, not really. I'll be like the 10,000th, 100,000th. You don't want to be off that boat. Hide behind something. Terrible stuff. SAC Honda Highlights, super chatted $4.99. Thoroughly enjoy your streams. Thanks so much, man. And World Class TA. I appreciate it, bro. Can we check out Viac and T for good entrance points? All right, Viac. Got some cool ones coming through here today. The cryptocurrency is doing its thing. BTC 39.45 markets. Where are the markets? They've recovered nicely. 4,200. US 100, 0.31% down, 13,666. Did you see the Russell yesterday, by the way, guys? 1.87%. All the nasty hyper stocks that everyone didn't like, they've all come back strong. Viac's cool, dude. I wonder if this can go back on another ripper. You've done this to me before, I think, Sac Honda. I get it, dude. It's just about getting up here. Did you guys see on our AMC analysis how when it went to 1020 and it closed on that day, the next day it opened up and it went ballistic? It's the closure that instigates the psycho amounts of orders because you close above a level, you trigger all those stop losses. There's clearly some level there, and then it starts to go mental. It's like this Viac. You would think that if we close above this zone here, some interest will come into the market and it will start moving at a much faster rate. So you can either be the person that goes, oh, I'm going to buy it early, but it could also snowflake on you. I'll show you snowflake. Look, 240, 240, 240. You think, oh, I think it's going to get through 240 this time and rocket ship up. Wrong. You get smashed. Disgusting. Look at that. But 240 remains a level that we watch on this channel to this day. And we will continue watching it, and we will look for 240 when eventually Snowflake gets through that level. So Viac, you saw the level, looks okay. T, AT&T. 4 hour. Boy, oh boy, what the hell happened here? Jesus. AT&T got monstered. Telecommunications companies, really? Do we want to be trading these things? Look at this stock. It's just so bad. Look at it. Look at the weekly. Ugh. No, don't do it to yourself, man. Look at this. It's horrible. Telecommunications stocks suck. Well, particularly these ones. Why? Because they're boring. Why are they boring? Because they topped back in .com bubbles. They all did this. In Australia, they did it too. Everyone's going to have a mobile. Hey, that's true. Everyone's going to pay lots of money. No, that's not what the true part was. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was nobody ended up paying a lot of money. And everyone back then, you used to pay, like, people used to have like $800 bills. I remember I was working in Bilo. Not many people will know what Bilo is. It's like working in American, it would be like I don't know, some supermarket. You probably have like Safeway or Walgreens or whatever else. I don't know. Sam's Club, that's one of them. Costco. So I worked in this place, and this lady just came in. She was just super bitching with one of her friends. And she's like, my daughter, I taught her a lesson. She spent $1,300 on her mobile bill in a month, and I made her pay for like $50 of it. I'm thinking that's not much of a lesson. But the point is, it was $1,300. So that was very common back then, back when they made the sweet profits. Now they get $10. Lucky to get $10 to $15 a month from someone. But the saturation is already done. I'm not a big fan. I don't know what the hell happened here. Maybe it's some offering or something. If you're waiting for recovery, trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak, my man. And then we can go on through. That's what we're looking for. That's the sequence. I don't like it. But that's biased towards the fact that I hate telecommunications companies. Ali Pelosi super chatted $5. OTLK heating up going into the last trial results this summer. Ooh, sounds like some kind of medical thing. FDA approval next step. Potential buyout rumors in 2022. $40 to $50. Well, let's have a look how much of this is bought into the stock right now. Outlook Therapeutics. I like the word therapeutics. $2.56 potential buyout, $40 to $50. Damn. Ali, what are you doing? Well, firstly, nice breakout. Nice breakout. How big is this thing? $444 million. Okay. Therapeutics company. All right. Doing the right thing. Biotechnology. I'll watch it. I'll watch this one. Daily. Nice breakout there. Series of higher lows. Nice. Do I like it? Long leg doji. Broken against. Nice buying wicks. Weekly. Let's have a look at the weekly. I'm getting excited by this one. It excites me. Not because of the $50 price tag. The fact that it has broken a key level. Oh, it's known for the pumpy dumpy though. The pumpy dumpy is real on this stock, guys. Look at the pumpy dumpies. What's this? How much was this? 182 up to $11. Damn. Let's go back through history. Oh, that's a big pumpy dumpy. I would not hold this thing for long. $14 up to $31. $7 up to $18. Well, you know what's going to happen based on just this one. 99 cents up to $4.23. So it's obviously speculation into this FDA approval. Technically, it looks fine. Obviously, must get the approval. If they've got a good track record of getting approvals based on the pumpy dumpy, maybe they do, then yeah, that's good. But be warned, this will pumpy and then it will dumpy, just like every other time it has done it. Thank you, Ellie, for bringing that too. Well, maybe thank you, maybe not so thank you. If it doesn't work out. Shane Coble, $10. Good. Better send you an extra coffee. Thank you very much, Shade, as always, man. Good to have you back, by the way. $10. Better send you an extra coffee money. Probably has to be delivered after today. Don't talk to me about it, Shade. Oh, my God. Why are we locked down again? Melbourne people, what are we doing? It's all right. We won't go any more into that. We don't want to go... There's one thing. We're putting down the stamp here. We don't talk about the COVIDs, and we don't talk about politics on the channel, all right, guys? No one will ever agree. Okay, we leave it there. No politics, no pandemic stuff, other than we mention pandemic when we're talking about crashes. Okay? Some people messaged me yesterday, fair enough. You know, we need to keep it to the financials as much as we can, because no one will ever agree. Thank you very much, Shane, for your super chat and the support of the channel. And then we've got to the end, so we can go back to the the other analysis. Thank you. Edgar Gomez, $3. Hola, amigo. Hola, Edgar. Please check plug. Greetings from Peru. Oh, man. I should go to Peru one day. Sounds cool. Maybe when we can travel again, I will go on a magical traveling plan to Peru. Oh, this plug. There's the first step. The trend line's broken against. We start to get bullish. We're at the zone. Oh, we're at the zone, dude. Will plug get through? Support, resistance. You've been following this one. You're obsessed with plug. I would love to see a closure above this. In fact, I'm so keen on looking at plug. I'm going to add it to the list. Plug. Nasdaq. Stock speculatives. It's our first re-addition to the speculatives. Look at it. There it is. Look at all the stocks of interest yesterday. All up except for Apple and SE. But SE's been up like 20%, so that's okay. All glorious greens. And I told you T-Doc would go up. It's such a piece of crap, though. So bad what happened with the price action there. But hopefully the recovery back to 160 is coming in. Yeah, support, resistance, beautiful level. I'd love a breakout close, retest, 50-200 gets touched, buy off that zone. Damn, let's go to the moon, baby. Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's not bad. You know it acts technically too, because it had all that craziness up here where it did this for a while. I'll come back and check this out later. I like its code too, plug. Thank you all for the subscriptions. We got CRL Good Life. Thank you. Eric Vodika subscribing. Thank you very much, Eric. Chris Richardson and many others. Shout out there. DC85 CPA. I wonder if you have a CPA. $10. Fubo, long-time fan of the channel, first-time super chat. Thank you very much for the $10, man. Very much appreciate it. And for a super chat, you're coming in strong, which is also cool. Let's have a look at Fubo. You'll probably make a few people happy with this one. Fubo recovery. Wow, that went so high. Sometimes I forget how high it went. 60, then a 53 on the recovery. Damn. Okay. Inverse head and shoulders. Left, head, right. This is a daily, so it's going to look better on other ones. Head, right shoulder. Oh, damn, dude. I think it's getting ready. This is the hyper stonks. They're starting to move. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yes. Closure confirmed on the 4 hour. Maybe not the daily, but the 4 hour. 2050 cross. Let's take the distance. Okay, dude. Got 30.50, $30. I don't mind it. We'll add Fubo to the crazy speculation. Fubo. There we go. And I know you could get caught up and say, oh, well, it went up $12.95. I don't care too much about how much it went up already. It's more, is there more room in it? I mean, you think about how crazy it did go. I don't think we go back there straight away. But these are like 161% returns. Even into this 30, you're talking about 33%. And in the stock world, that's a lot. In the crypto world, that's half a day. Yeah, nice. So DC85 CPA, thank you very much for the first ever super chat. Let's go around to the room here. James Love says, I want to see TDAC crash to 90 sometime in September. No, James. No. We're not going down no more, damn it, man. We're back in, and we're going to hold it strong. No, none of this $90 action. We don't want that. Both Plug and BLDP get monster moves once they get a move on, says Kevin. Agreed. GM has done surprisingly very well for me. A lot of good moves in the part. Yeah, that's good, man. Steven says. Basically, with those like stocks that move a little bit less, you can just use different methods to extract value from those moves. There's nothing wrong. Like people say, oh, why would you trade gold and silver when you can trade Bitcoin and Ethereum? Now, you probably not say that anymore because, of course, we saw the huge volatility came in the crypto market. But a few weeks ago, that's what people said. The main reason is most people trade gold and silver with leverage. So even though they're getting a 1 or 2% move, they know that generally it won't move over 2 to 3% in a day, maybe 5% max. And they take leverage, and a 1% move in gold world is equivalent to 10 to 15% for most people in the crypto world. Leetard says, first time being timed out. I don't know what happened, man. It's all good, dude. Bitcoin chart, T.O. says. What about the Bitcoin chart? Bitcoin chart's good, man. 39,566. I want to see 48, 49 get taken out. Then we go to 42, 42 and a half. That will time in with Ethereum. Ethereum will go 3,000. Once we get through 3,000, we could be in for a very nice movement. I think the next stop for Ethereum is actually, well, it's going to be 3,200 and then it's going to be 3,600. So there's really only two levels, 3,200, 3,600, boom, boom, and we're through. T. Russell, what's this? Luca Furlick, super chat $2. There's a hidden gem called Aloha Defi Polygon. Aloha. Really? Is this it? Oh, DeFi. Sorry, DeFi. What is? That's a hidden gem? My God. It looks horrible, bro. Damn. Is this a hidden gem? I mean, I don't know. I hope this isn't it. I mean, maybe it's a hidden gem that's so hidden that it's still hidden. It looks like it's come in from its coin offering or whatever happened, and it's just weakened ever since then. With all coins, pretty much it's all about how many people are in the rooms. So what I've learned is it's about the community. It's like here on the channel. It's about you guys. If you guys weren't here, we've got nothing. It's got me talking into a camera and just going crazy. So realistically, it's about the community for these coins. Weak community. Go in there. I encourage people, if you're going to go trade a crazy cryptocurrency you don't know much about, go in the Discord, go on the Reddit, go on the Telegram, get on all of those socials and see how many people are talking about it. What are they saying? What are they looking for? If you don't do that diligence, you won't have much of an idea whether this could be the next one-hit wonder, where it gives you 100x or something. If that's the coin, that does not look good. So, sorry, Luca, I don't like that one. I don't think there's anything I'd say about it. Schwahob, super chat $2. T. Russell went up as shorts covered fear of the squeeze. I think it's relevant. There's so much shorting. So what you're really talking about here is you go into the Russell IWM. Big day yesterday. Maybe fear of the squeeze was coming through. Yes. I think there's so many shorted hyper stonks that have had recoveries and people are cleaning up those positions. We could name quite a few. T-Doc. Let's have a look at them. T-Doc. Base. Breakout of the base. Okay. Base here. Breakout of the base. Airbnb. Basing as we speak. You can see the base down there. Then you've got ArcG, genomics, breaking out from a base, starting to put pressure on the top side. You've got Square, base, breakout. You can see the aggression that comes through there. So there's a lot of this stuff happening. You've even got Twitter, base, breakout occurs. People are starting to get rid of those short positions in this particular sector. This is a tale of two markets. We have effectively US 500 going up anemically, and at the same time, you've got big moves, strong moves in the technology sector, but not in Apple or Amazon. It's been in the hyper stocks kind of area. 1 hour closed above, by the way, guys. I missed this one. We're 16 minutes off the open. We talked about this at the start of the stream. We had a series of lower peaks. You can see the powerhouse that's coming through here. Did we get a 15-minute above? Oh, we did. There it was. So that's sequencing, a lot of buying coming through. You know, it looks like a green day. This is the right kind of candle confirmations. We've got a series of lower peaks. We've got a breakout. We've got strength now that's taking out stop losses. And as long as the real market can hold up, that's looking good. I mean, 4180 just put the pressure on 3 times. 1, 2, 3 every time rejected. We know that's an important zone. We've talked about it for a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't even know how long. So it's a key area. It's finding support. If the real market comes through with the goods, it looks super good. Looks super good. Yeah. Gold chart, please, on the 4 hour, says Haffy. We'll go back over the gold chart. That is so ugly. Let me get a different gold. There we go. 4 hour. Go to the 1 hour. I think the 1 hour is better. See those rejections? That's what I want to see break out. I want above here. What is this? Right there and then above there. Put the base in. Send us back to the 1930 zone. If we get a base in here and we get above 1904, that'll be very positive for gold. Watch the dollar index closely. Gold traders must watch this. It's all going to time in with this 89.90 zone. Support, close below will trigger big sells off in the dollar, which will also trigger further buying momentum in the stock market. They're all connected, guys. Watch the 10-year treasury as well. See how it interacts with this zone today. Very important. This is the type of stuff we put the pieces of the puzzle together, and then hopefully we can create a story that all should theoretically be connecting together, as long as we do just price action and we don't listen to the mass media fakey machine. Like if we go to Market Watch, let's have a look. Market Watch is a good website. Let's have a look. What's the story? Unemployment claims fall to new pandemic low of 406 as layoffs wane. Okay, that's not bad. What else we got here? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to Bloomberg. Okay, stories about Kathy Wood. I haven't gone to this website in a while, you know. Not too much negativity there. Then we go over to FinViz. Click on news. It's a good way of getting your news if you just want to quickly scroll through. And you can quickly look here. Blah, blah, blah. Not too much stuff, really. Obviously, Biden's proposed budget to push spending higher sustained levels. But the market already expects that. So, look, lots of infrastructure projects are going to come through. Money's going to come through. It is going to push it. Of course, here's the story that people are talking about today, which is $6 trillion US budget for 2022 fiscal year. Big deal. Yeah, if it all comes to fruition, absolutely. More spending, more printing, nothing new. But the market loves that kind of crap, doesn't it? Who's going to pay for it? Who the hell knows? Just keep printing more. Good channel, says TA on Beyond. Let's have a look at Beyond. 6.2%. Let's go 4 hour. So we saw this recovering the other day, and then it had those big gap ups. Beyond Meat. Daily. I think once it got past, like say yesterday's close is pretty strong. I mean, that's probably why it's signaling further buying pressure. I assume this is shorted heavily. Guys, this one's shorted heavily. Tell me. I assume it is. Support, resistance. I mean, I'd be striving for 140 on Beyond. It's only $6 away now, but I would always have been striving for 140. Very tough to buy it here if you're not already in it. And very gappy as well. Kind of looks like it's, something else. BA, please. We've already done BA, John. Just go back maybe 20 minutes. We covered that heavily. Look at this Bitcoin coming up to 40K now. Still beating out the rest of the coins. Super interesting. So Bitcoin's up now 1.5% to 39.822, and Ethereum and ADA just kind of hovering around. So maybe the big papa is coming back. The king is back. JP says, love your channel NNDM. I haven't looked at that one in a while. I assume it's firing. Trend line on this one, sir. Trend line. Get the break, close above, start the repair. That's what you need to do. Mohammed Al-Masari super chatted AED $25. Thank you so much. Hey Tom, love the daily content. Appreciate it, man. Could you check out ASXC, a small cap biotech? And do you think US oil is coiling under resistance? Well, firstly, with US oil, yes. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Check out these. Look at this little coil. Support, bam. Support, bam. Support, bam. What's that? It's a coily McCoil. Go down to the 2 hour. Look at it. Ready for our explosion towards 76 land for energy. Oh, yeah. Let's get it done. All we need to get above 66.50. Johnny, start consuming the oil right now. Johnny Knoxville, I know you're out there in the chat somewhere. Go consume the oil. Push us through 66.50 so we can go to the promised land and we can be done with oil at least for now. Absolutely, that looks like a coil though, bro. It really does. The other one was ASXC. We are 9 minutes off the open. We'll start to go and dial in. Guys, vote now what you want to see into the market open. I'll leave it completely up to you. If you want to see the SP500 or the Nasdaq, vote for it. If you want to see Tesla, vote for it. Put it in and we will load up 4 screens in total and we'll check them out coming into the open. ASXC. Finding support at the correct area. Wait, you said it's a biotech company. Oh yeah, surgical. Commercial, it says here. Technically it broke its base, so this should be just buying potential. Probably should have bounced by now, but that's... Oh, actually, no, it shouldn't have. That's only 1 day. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Big, massive volume coming through. I don't know what it is. $3, maybe even $4. Take your base. Extrapolate that out. Pushes into a 350. Probably fair. So yeah, it looks strong at this point. I don't like how it went so heavily through, but I don't know the announcement or whatever happened there. Looks good, man. Hopefully it can continue up. It's done the right type of things to solidify some further bullish momentum. And of course, 1.2% in the morning here. So people want PLTR. Let's have a quick look at PLTR. Nice. Finally looking good here on PLTR. Great close yesterday. Slightly higher than the previous one. Strong. Back above 2130. Great. Trend line. Let's have a look. Trend line. Through the bodies maybe for this. Ooh. You are so close, PLTR, guys, to some serious repair here. And for this market, I'm telling you, all the hyperstonks, all the crazy things that got belted down, they're all looking a lot better. We haven't done our Tesla yet. Let's have a look at NEO. Oh, another strong one. Looks good. Yeah, I love those snaps. You know I love those snaps. Tesla. Let's go to the devil. 666. Great trading. We've been correct on this one, guys. So far, so good in the recovery train. Siddharth's back on this one. He wants to take it to the 666 devil number. Hopefully we can continue going there. Great to see a strong open here and hold today. And getting back up to that level would be perfect. CRM. Yep, that's got an announcement on today. It's kind of like at resistance. This is Salesforce, by the way, if anyone doesn't know. I love Salesforce. It's one that I buy a lot at 220. And I just hold it. It's kind of like a long-term play to me. The way I see it is at the moment, it's just all about this line here. And this kind of goes through all the way from the peak. So this is such an important trend line. I will watch this. In fact, I'm going to add it on because Salesforce is one that I watch. It's not speculative, though. It can go up here. There we go. Little Salesforce. Bang. All right, guys. It looks like you guys want to watch AMC. So we've got 6 minutes here till the open. We've got AMC set up. So we'll set that one up now. Go on the 5 minutes. See how it opens up. We've got GME as a request. So we've got that down here. Ideally, 280 will be. That was our target yesterday, 243. I would like for today, if it can continue up to 280. That'd be pretty mad. Maybe a bit mad dog. And what else do you guys want? Amazon, crowd, says Massey. Might have a look at that in a second. Nasdaq. Okay, we'll put the Nasdaq there. 5 minute on the Nasdaq. Watch that through the session. Nvidia. Check SE, please, Tom. Zara, I don't know what... it's probably not really worth checking. I mean, it's kind of at that peak. Looks like it's at resistance a little bit. Riot, Sundial, Ford, and Plug. You got some pickings there, Landon. All right. It looks like we'll set up with Tesla, I guess, down the bottom here, 622. Okay, 5 minutes to go. Let's start breaking down some charts. Look at that. Bitcoin go strong. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Bradley back, super chat $2. Amazon 3,300 EOW end of week prediction. Yeah, probably, man. Amazon 3239. Still finding a bit of weakness. They bought, or they put an offer for MGM, yeah? 3,300. Once we can get through that, we should explode. That's what's going to be a good sign that the rest of the Nasdaq really wants to push higher, and it's not just the back end. I think it's strong even here. Amazon looks pretty good to me. As long as the Nasdaq holds up, it's good. But from a trade perspective, yeah, 3,300. That's the level I want to get through for this pair. And then at that point, hopefully we see some serious bullish movement. See how like we're almost back here to, what is this, 13.7. So we're at 14,000 something with the Nasdaq, and Amazon was up here. Can you see how the back of the Nasdaq is actually pushing this thing up? It's not Amazon. It's not Tesla. It's not Apple. It's the crappy stocks. Well, not crappy anymore. They're the ones that are pushing it this time around. Edson says, please explain what's up with the UVXY. It's restarted itself because it died. That's probably what happened. These things eventually die, they restart. I don't know if that's what's happened. I don't follow Ultra VIX shorts, but yeah, it probably just died and had to get restarted. Tom, what's the shortcut you use to clear TA from TradingView? It's not TA from TradingView that I'm clearing. I'm clearing something else. Okay, let's have a quick look around the market. You guys ready to be hyped? What did I miss? Alpha T, you missed everything. You missed everything. Missed a lot of stuff, man, but there's plenty that we went through today. I think we did some great analysis on the SP500. I think we did some really good analysis on a few other stuff. It's a reverse split. It happens. UVXY 10x reverse stock split, John Ellis says. Yeah, look, we don't have them here in Australia. I don't trade that crap, but it basically dies over time because it degrades, and then it has to split, and then it degrades, and then it has to split. You're exactly correct. Let's get a little bit of hype going. I think we need the intro, guys. Are we at 500 plus likes? Oh, we are. You guys got us there a while ago. Thank you for the 600 plus likes. Intro. 10. All right, we're coming into Thursday. Market open. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hopefully everyone has made some money this week. If you've been a bear, it hasn't been beautiful. If you've been a bull, it's been a lot better. AMC, GME to the moon, am I right, guys? Gold, silver, hopefully breaking out soon. Let's get into it. Got the water. Don't you worry, John, about that Litecoin. Whew. All right. We are certainly ready now for some market action. 1 minute to go. In fact, 12 seconds to go. Let's get the bell on. Whew. All right, we have open. Thursday market open coming through. Thank you very much for joining us here. 1,500 of you right now. If you haven't subscribed, smash it. It'll definitely be worthwhile. I'm telling you guys. 1857 on the AMC, so it doesn't open 5% down. GME opened 6% down. Damn. But not to be unexpected. I mean, $20 was basically reached. Big numbers there on AMC. Let's see how GME turns it around and if buyers come in. There'll be a lot of people going, oh yeah, cheaper price. And they'll be taking it up. We've got SP500 coming in strong here, 0.27%, 4209, $6 trillion infrastructure build in the US, pushing boomer stocks up. We've got Tesla coming through with 622. Let's scroll down here. Tweeters, 0.36%. Net CRM, down. Snow down 3.13. Disappointing earnings. CRM coming in with earnings tonight. TDOC, Square, kind of green, but flat. ARCG, flat as attack. Fubo and Plug both up. Let's scroll through here. Press the percentage. Sundial really taking money. See how Sundial's got that money coming into it? The memes are real. Sundial, 420. That's what they say. I hate the stock with the passion, but I can see it running if these big squeezes continue. You know, this is one that people have been into before. Very speculative, very speculative. BlackBerry up 1.43. Mara, Riot, blockchain both up thanks to Bitcoin actually moving strong here. 40,260. What is this? Peloton down 1, doesn't really matter. Costs, all of those other squeezes down a little bit. Possibly money moving into the nasty sundial. Let's go through percentage here. Down, Okta, Snowflake, CrowdStrike. It's been doing very well though, CrowdStrike. Intuit, SAP, Lululemon, Shopify, all those normally popular hyperstonks down a little bit here. Let's go through this damn $6 trillion of infrastructure has got money floating straight into the banks, straight into the Caterpillar's hands. The Caterpillar's just got them out. It's just like, we'll build you machines. Do you know how much diggers cost here in Australia? They've gone up every single year. Tractors are through the roof, guys. Literally, you go to a tractor salesperson, they'll just laugh at you. They'll be like, you want a tractor? Good luck, man. Everyone wants a tractor. Pay full RRP. No one, you don't even get $1 off. John Deere says, get out of my shop. That's what they're saying. I have it on good. I went and had a look with my dad, who's a farmer, and that's pretty much what they tell you. Get out of my shop. Unless you want to buy this hideous model in the corner. It's just the truth. So, we're seeing a bit of a switch around here on the hyperstonks early as that billions of dollars or trillions of dollars is coming through. I'm still fairly confident on those kind of breakouts, though. I think it might be a little bit of red here. Hopefully, we get some turnaround throughout the session. Let's have a look at gold. Gold 1890, so still finding support around that 1888 zone. Ideally, it hits that and stays there. And dollar index, surprisingly, still floating around the 90 flat. Wait, what did VR say? I don't see. He said he bought Sundial. I bought Sundial at the top, says Esburgers. Oh my God. I feel bad for you, Esburgers. It's a dodgy stock. Demotrax on fire. Interesting. Do you always expect a retracement after a breakout? No, Aldino. It depends on the stock as well. So say you trade like a Tesla. Usually, in most times, when there's a huge amount of bullish pressure, when it breaks out, it never comes back, man. It never comes back. Recently, people have started to question Tesla a little bit more. So I guess that's why it's come back most times when it breaks out. But usually, no. So stocks moving still, this bloody trillions of dollars is going into, as you can see here very clearly, Boeing breaking through strong, Caterpillar, all this infrastructure stuff goes into these companies. John Deere probably be somewhere around here as well. Caterpillar's been on such a tear. What's that thing trading at? 242. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's probably what's really upsetting the market here today. Is the fact that everyone was going to go into these stocks and then all of a sudden they're feeling great about the spend. There's John Deere. Finally got out of the SOS, says Ozark, Granite LLC. That's awesome, man. I sold my shares, but my family held theirs. I feel bad for them, says S Burgers. Yeah, unfortunately, with those types of, like, any of these squeeze stocks, you've got to be prepared. You can lose it all. If you put 10 grand in there, I would treat it just the same as going to a casino, because effectively it could, well, AMC might not go to zero, but it could certainly lose 75% of value. It's done it before. It can do it again. Just remember, at some point, all of this stuff ends. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on it, but I do believe that you've got to be very, very particular about what's going on. Let's have a look at Beyond. So it held. Wow, 12%. What a stonker. Look at this thing go. Damn. Hitting the 140 exactly too. Ugh. Wow. We just looked at that a few minutes ago and we were talking about the 140 being kind of where people would take profit. I certainly would. Maybe I should have gone a little crazy on Beyond. I don't like the company that much, but 140, damn. That's very, very nice. Good stuff. Snowflake continues to deteriorate, and the rest. So I guess the outlook for today is US 500 showed us early what it was all about. That time frame stuff came out about the trillions of dollars. We saw this point here, series of lower peaks. We got a closure out there. I expect further strength here for the US 500. Friday should also be a good session for the US 500 based on Memorial Day weekend trends. US 100 hopefully does turn around, AMC and everything. I think it's going to be relatively green. Let's hope it holds up. Guys, what do you think? Green or red for the rest of the day? Vote right now. XLM says, fake meat equals fake price. I actually don't mind. I don't mind, like, their meat. I ate a few of their burgers. It was all right. It was a delicious, tasted just like a delicious mushroom. Airbnb breaking out? Serious? 136. Is that a breakout? I don't think so. Let's have a look here. Airbnb. Not yet, dude. Not yet. We got this baby trapped. We're trapping you, Airbnb. We got you trapped, you nasty IPO. Stupid thing. Look at it. Sitting down here, trapping all the people's money. But we'll watch it. We'll be there. We've got Airbnb in our sights. We're laser-eyed on it. AMC dip. A few people saying red. Will Tesla drop? Hopefully not. I'd like to see it go to 666. That would be nice. Reddish. Red. Everyone's red. Let's go with green. I'm going to go against everybody. Let's go with green. Green, guys. No red. That's more of a guess. I actually expected today to be like this, and then tomorrow to be the green day. But that's all right. Everything looks quite fine at this stage. So just to recap here, gold at support needs to turn around right now. If it can't, could pose some extra issues for it. 1888 is the key zone. It just smacked it then and tried to find buying pressure, as you can see. I think Bitcoin's looking really strong. Let's go with the 40,800 close above. Close is the key. That will trigger into the 42. That looks really strong on recovery. It also looks like it's beating out the other coins, which is nice to see. You want the king to keep going. The king loses stability. It's never good for the market. US oil going towards the 66.50 train. This is a really big break. I'm going to look forward to making the video on this tomorrow. Oh yeah, black gold. Come on. Come on, black gold. You can do it. We've got some coiling black gold action. Can we get through? Because I am keen for that into the 75, 76 areas. Obviously, you've got to make your own decisions. Airbnb now 2%. So maybe you're right about this breakout occurring right now, right here today. Big, strong candle coming through. I want to have 138. I'll cover it on the video tomorrow if we see it. Chat doing reverse psychology. Unfortunately, it's usually whatever most retail people think. It usually does the opposite. Now, I'm not saying, I think you guys are way better than the general people. Don't worry about that. Well, don't worry about that. But yeah, if you tend to read the media, you will make mistakes. My mum called me the other day. She says, everything's going to blow up. And I said, what are you talking about? Have you been watching some ABC news? And she said, yeah. And I said, what'd they say? And then she told me something. I was like, no. Don't listen to it. I said, don't listen to it. It's rubbish. They're talking about something that happened 3 months ago. Listen to me. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, guys. Catch you for today. Thank you very much for all the donations. If you guys enjoy the stream, please make sure to subscribe. I missed this one. Edson Jerez, $1.99. Thank you so much for the support, man. 12 minutes ago. You waited a long time for that shout out. But Edson, appreciate it. Catch you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. Possibly with that hideous Blue Ribbon Pabst beer that I need to go pick up tomorrow if I'm allowed to, because I'm in Melbourne and we're locked down. Catch everyone. Bye for now. As we always do, Joel Pang, Tom, why is Nvidia not moving much because of the earnings? Because it's a ripoff. I mean, I love the stock so much, but it's so goddamn expensive, man. It's so goddamn expensive. You know, I find it difficult to buy Nvidia constantly. I really do. And it's just because it's expensive. And it's a more matured business. So I think that's a big reason why it is there. The earnings look great. Everything looks great. But also look at some other good earnings. Google didn't do much. Amazon, good earnings, didn't do much. Apple, kind of stable. You know, big companies, good earnings. It's just what the market expects of them. Esberger says, my mum called me to buy Safe Moon, lol. Oh my God. Esberger, stay away from these things. It should be called Unsafe Moon. Anything that makes you lock up